What is going on, guys? Jack here, and what you're about to watch is the end of yesterday's episode without the editing in, because I had to go back to record the Turnbull intro and I made a mistake. So let's witness this and you can tell me what I did wrong. Right, I'm done. It's me, Jack. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. And I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out. How's it going, folks? It's pre-intro Jack here. So you might have spotted it. After the Oxford match, I hit no on saving the game before loading the Turnbull save just to record the intro bit to the episode. That's a problem, obviously. I didn't realise my mistake until it was too late. So as a result, when you watch today's episode, things are a little bit different with the opening game. I'll show you what we had to do, but I just want to be honest with you and confess, I'm an idiot. Don't be an idiot like me. I think I've already done this once in over 2,000 Football Manager videos, so you would think I would know better by now, but I don't. And I am only human, and I would like to apologise to everyone who I've shamed. Anyway, let's get into the episode on a brighter note. Things are going well, and Towlaw, I'm going to say it now, we're adapting to the Championship. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. It's Park to Prem. We've already had an intro today. This is the alternate timeline now. We'll just claim that we're living off a splinter point in time. You know, the two alternate realities. The reality where we beat Oxford United 2-0 and this one where we beat them 4-2. In truth, when I realised my mistake, I instant resorted this fixture repeatedly trying to get a 2-0 or a similar result to happen. I think the first one that I had was a 6-1 win, which made me feel like I'd suddenly massively underperformed. In the end, I just settled on this one. I could have spent the whole night just, trying to get the exact same match. That's not how Football Manager works. So in the end, I took this one. It was a 2-goal lead that we won, and Dazelle got man of the match, and Shuttleworth got 2 assists instead of 1. There was, similar player performances, I suppose. The difference, I guess, would be the fact that Shvetsov came off the bench and scored, and not Garrido, and Diawara came off the bench for the assist. But actually, he didn't even get the assist. He got a key pass, though. But I guess the one silver lining of all of this is I can dramatically title this episode The Confession. And you're all going to have clicked on it, and you've all been clickbaited in. And now you're here for the rest of the adventure, because if you've fallen off the bandwagon of Towlaw, welcome back. We're in the Championship, folks, and today, away from home against Crystal Palace, and you may have caught it just there as the images were rolling over, we're 4th in the league after 6 games. In fact, the league table's here, so it's kind of in plain sight. But things have been going very, very well, and certainly Oxford was not a fluke. So let's talk about these, shall we? And, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but the bottom line is only 1 defeat in the league. It came against Derby County, who were relegated. And considering the calibre of some of this opposition that we've been taking on, I feel quite good about where we are right now. So anyway, we beat Oxford by a 2-goal margin and went into the second game of the year, which was against Barnsley, and we spanked them. 4-0 this one finished. Let's talk about these goals. Some really nice ones in here. Kosic getting off the mark for the year was obviously a big bonus. We had a lot of chances in this game. And, Kosic took his. Collie Sacco, he's got incredible height as Sacco, and he's never really shown it off set pieces, but we saw a glimpse of it in this game here, and he was there at the back post for a header. Molyneux then got the pick of the bunch in terms of the goals. What an effort by him, just kind of running forward, smashing it with power, and, deep into extra time, Shvetsov grabbed his first official goal. We'll pretend the first goal in the first game of the season didn't happen, but he got a goal here on off the bench. And, he is our top league goal scorer. And as a result, as you might be able to guess, he has started to play a few more games as a starter for us. Anyway, the next game we had was against Derby County. This was a really weird game. Everyone else was playing in the EFL Cup, but because Derby are in the European competitions as well as in the Championship, we were playing on a Tuesday, so playing ahead of everyone else, and we just didn't wake up. We weren't ready. We conceded within the first minute. Bit of an unfortunate goal, but we will move on. And we had a second game where we were shut out, this time by Preston. I played a rotated team. It was the EFL Cup first round. I don't care about the EFL Cup. What I do care about is the fact that our former man, Charlie Wellens, actually got a goal against us. Yes, he hasn't scored many goals for Preston at all, but of course he scored in the cup competition before making a deadline day move to Notts County, because that's how things work in Football Manager. Disappointing to lose, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. The next game we had against Stoke, I'm going to show the highlights for you of this game, but we might be here for a while, so I'll talk about the other games as well that we played since, which weren't as exciting. But a great little 5-2 win here, away from home against Stoke. You know, a team that you'd associate, really, I feel like, with being a good team in the Championship. Of course, we're in the Premier League for the longest time. In this save game, they have yo-yoed up and down. In fact, they were relegated just last year. And in this match, we had 3 clear-cut chances in the first 3 minutes, and we didn't take them, and I was panicking. And then, well, the floodgates just opened, and Shvetsov, he has a very good head, as it turns out. He scores a lot of headed goals, and it was also nice to see Vinko Kosic get a goal, and Alfredo Garrido, who got that absolute stunner in the opening game of the year last episode. He got a goal here. It wasn't quite as stunning, although it wasn't a bad finish by any means. And he's continued on his goal-scoring form, has Garrido, because in the 2 games since this Stoke game, which I'm going to assume you're still watching because there were just so many goals, we got 2 1-1 draws. The first of those was against Charlton. Garrido got a goal from a corner, and then we took on Brentford, and Garrido got a goal from a corner. Yes, he's a little bit of a headerer. He hasn't got good heading, but he can leap like a salmon. And all in all, with this Stoke win and a couple of draws, I'm relatively content with where we're at, because Charlton and Brentford, who we got these 1-1 draws against, they are teams who are up there in the league. You can see Charlton currently 9th. Brentford have actually fallen off a little bit, but they've only lost 1 game all year. They currently sit 14th. It does make our win against Oxford feel a little bit less emphatic to see they've won 0 and drawn 0 of their first few games. But, I mean, look at this. Drink this in. I'm actually surprised we're as high as we are after 4 games played. Everyone has stolen points off one another, which I guess feeds into this idea that the Championship is just a hyper-competitive league. In terms of average ratings, Dazelle did get man of the match in the opening game, both in this timeline and in the previous episode timeline, but his form just beyond this game has been absolutely insane for us. 1 goal to his name, 4 assists, 2 player of the matches, an 8.58 rating. It makes him comfortably the best performer in the league after 6 games. And I mean, just as a reminder, in fact, our scouts have changed their mind. He's now a decent player for Championship sides. I'm pretty sure yesterday they were saying he was a League 2 player. It's funny how that works. But yes, he's been in an absolutely scintillating form for us. Worth noting, actually, if we just look at the season preview here, Smoljo's in the Media Dream 11. Molyneux is also in the Media Dream 11, which I absolutely love. If you were wondering who are the best players in this league, we've got Rafael Leao, who is a lot better than all of our players. I did actually have a look at Burnley, and I have no idea how they've been relegated. They've also got Dwight McNeil, who looks very, very tasty too. So, yeah, it's a bit of a reminder of where we sit. I guess the fact we have 2 players in the Media Dream 11 is a weird achievement of sorts. And you can see, looking at the season preview, we've suddenly gone from being the team predicted to be 19th to being the team predicted to finish 11th. I mean, at this point, after 6 games, I'm sat thinking we should be really fighting for the playoffs. You know, when you consider our only defeat came against Derby and we've got draws against some of the teams around us, I feel good about how we've started. Of course, this game against Palace today is going to be a real tester for us. After 6 games played, they are 1 point behind us. So a win here would kind of show that we're the real deal. If we don't win it, well, maybe we're just a fraud. You can see Aray Comert is their star player. He looks very good, a very well-rounded centre-back, and, well, he's on £90,000 a week. Just to put that in perspective, our entire team is on, drumroll please, £170,000 a week. So he's on half of our players' salaries, so that gives you an idea of where we're at. Overall club balance is looking fine at the moment. We had a mini income spike from the Shvetsov clauses, although this year was the last year of those £2.5 million instalments, so we'll make of that what we can. But no, start of the season's been great. I talked about Shvetsov, but he's been getting goals. Garrido's got 3 goals in his last 3. I almost want to play him ahead of Shuttleworth, but actually it might be a case of dropping Kosic. We're in this weird situation right now where we've got a lot of players in form. You can see Molyneux's got 4 assists, Dazelle's got 4 assists. It's really been a team performance. You can see Shuttleworth's got 4 assists as well. Apparently 4 is a magic number. It's good to see Garrido getting goals, Shvetsov getting goals, and also Molyneux continuing to do his thing. 3 goals and 4 assists in 6 league starts. If it wasn't for Andre Dazelle, we'd all be singing and dancing about this lad, I'm sure. He's been top draw for us. Not really surprising he's in the Media Dream 11 now, is it? In terms of transfer news, you might be able to guess, I didn't identify a left back, and I wasn't going to spend money unnecessarily and panic. One player who did join us, in fact, there's a couple of players who have joined us actually now I think about it since last episode. The first is Manny Cromwell, who is a Republic of Ireland under-20 international. We've loaned him to Crawley Town. We were able to sign him for £65,000 from Swansea City. Bit of a punt for the future. He looks like he could have some pretty good ability. If we were a League 2 side, I'd be laughing about getting this guy for the kind of price we paid. He's only 18, so one for the future perhaps. The other player we signed, a player we agreed to sign a little while ago, following in the footsteps of Eric and a few others who have joined us from Racing. We have Lars Dunkler. I feel like he needs a nickname, or maybe I'll just call him Lars. I quite like the name Lars. Either way, he's an 18-year-old Austrian left-back, has played regularly at under-21 level, fairly professional personality. I really like the look of this guy. He might not have the craziest current ability, but at least in the eyes of our staff, he has very, very good potential. And he's very well suited to play as a wing-back. There's not a glaring gap in his game, you know. Sometimes with the more complete roles where you need a wing-back who's just good at doing a lot of stuff, they'll have kind of free dribbling or two off the ball, and you kind of think, it's not really going to work out. I suppose his off the ball could be a little bit better, but in the grand scheme of things for a wing-back, I think there's a lot to like about this guy aged 18, and we've brought him in on a free transfer ultimately, so if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to lose sleep over things. But yeah, it's been a pretty standard period. Of course, we are at the start of September. I had some tricky games to start, but we've come through them well. This is a good chance, I feel like, to prove ourselves ahead of what is not going to be an easy month, although I feel like every time I look at our set of championship fixtures, there's not really an easy game there. This is an insanely competitive league. If we could do the business here, that would really start to prove that maybe we are the real deal. Maybe teams do need to step up and stand up and take notice of the mighty Towel, or, you know, a team coming in with a quarter of the budget of many teams in this league. It's funny how we've gone from being one of the big spenders in League One to being one of the smallest clubs in the Championship. I think our wages are something like the third or fourth lowest. So yeah, we're punching above our weight. Going away from home here to Crystal Palace is something that I guess Towel faithful may have only been able to dream of 10 years ago, but here we are. Let's see what we can do, shall we? We've been putting in very good performances. Not a crazy amount of rotation. I've decided, as you saw, to bring in Garrido for Kosic, just because Garrido's got 3 goals in his last 3 games playing out on the right. He's kind of made that position difficult to give to anyone else, which is a tad unfortunate. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. Andre Dazelle plays it for to Shvetsov. What a touch. Gets tackled, though. I thought Dazelle was about to get another hat-trick, and now the ball comes the other way. Smoljo is in no man's land. And I feel bad for Smoljo because he's actually been really, really good. And then we come back for the live com and he's awful. I have noticed a lot of people not really rating Smoljo. I think there's 2 factors really to remember. Last year he had his best average rating ever for the club. I guess to 3 points. Secondly, he's in the Media Dream 11 as the best goalkeeper in the league. So he's the best of a bad bunch. And thirdly, goalkeepers in Football Manager are just rubbish anyway, aren't they? Oh my gosh, Molyneux hitting the woodwork from the set piece. Something that our board really expect us to make a lot of is set pieces, and to be honest, we've done quite a good job of it so far this year. A lot of crosses going in and a lot of corners going in. A lot of Dazelle and Shuttleworth's assists, in fact, have come from those. With 20 minutes gone, though, we do need to steady the ship slightly. We've had 3 half chances, but not found a breakthrough. Let's see what we can do here as Molyneux tries to nod it down to his partner in crime in Shvetsov. Unfortunately, the header just not quite on target. Definitely not showing any fear here against Crystal Palace. We are definitely going for things, which is the Towel way. You know, we don't hold back. We want to play with the ball at our feet and the ball in their half. Although there might be more defending needed here. And we're not going to do it. Cuncho, also known as Juan Hernandez. How good is he? Let's just have a little look. Yeah, he's very good. It's not really fair that we're coming up against guys this great, is it? They've had kind of 1 clear-cut chance, 1 nothing chance, and suddenly they find themselves 2 goals up. They've also got Damari Gray and Jamie Shackleton, I think that is, at centre mid. How is this team in the Championship? A good finish. Smoljo maybe could have made an attempt to stop it, but I'm not really mad that he conceded it. Half an hour gone, and despite being positive, despite being okay, we are getting a little embarrassed here by a team who they're a little better off than us. to put it lightly. At half-time, going to be 2-0, I imagine. No late chances. Juan Hernandez's quick brace has been the difference maker. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy. Kyle Rice at left-back, in typical fashion, not putting in a good performance come the live com. Shvetsov has also struggled, and he's also struggling a little bit for fitness. I say that, a few players are struggling. I could make an early sub here, but I'm not. I'm going to give a chance for the players on the pitch to redeem themselves. Let's see if they can start a redemption arc, shall we? Mr. Dessa, who has been called up for the Croatian national team. I'm not sure if he's played for them yet, but he is in national team reckoning. And, well, of course, he's going to do that. And now Juan Hernandez. I mean, there you go. Smoljo with the stop. We'll give him that, right? So give him some credit when he makes a great save. That bails us out as Mr. Dessa nearly cost us. And then Smoljo collects the cross as well. Of course, Smoljo forfeited his iconic number 18 jersey, having gone out on loan, and now he wears number 60-something. It's a little bit of a disaster, in truth. Right, we're going to make some changes here. Shvetsov, he's been absolutely incredible to start the year. He's got camera shy, so we're going to bring in Dylan Turnbull. Mr. Dessa and Rice at either fullback position have not been good. Garrido, you've been poor. Let's bring in Kosic and then swap Shuttleworth around. I'm going to hold on to our last sub for now. Shuttleworth, free kick, hits it, tipped away. Can Molyneux keep it alive? No, because he's offside. Referee denies him, says, nope, you can't have the ball. And, well, we need to mentally reset here. I'm going to have to go very attacking, I feel like. There's a point where we have to do it. That point might be now. Trying to work the ball from the back here. But, again, giving the ball away. Is that... Oh, is that Ronaldo? That's Ronaldo Vieira. Remember when we had his brother playing for us all those years ago? Okay, ignore the fact they've scored. Because it's Crystal Palace, okay? I love that. Ronaldo Vieira. I'm sure his brother's... So where is Romario Vieira? I think he's retired from football in this universe. I want to believe he's sat in the stand somewhere watching us, cheering Tau Laurent on against his brother. Oh, that's made up for all the negative emotion I was feeling about this actual performance, which has been dire. Oh. The Vieiras... Never thought I'd see one of them again on a football pitch, but here we are. We have one last sub to make. You know what? Let's bring in Michael Roof for Molyneux, who's not at the best of games. He did hit the woodwork from that header. It's really sad, actually. When you look at the stats here, it's been an incredibly 50-50 game, and we just didn't take the half chances that came our way. And then Crystal Palace have just shown their superior quality. I want to say we haven't shamed ourselves, but we kind of have. Smoljo made 5 saves that he held on to. Take that, Smoljo haters. He made some okay stops. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. The fact that Smoljo got the highest average rating, having conceded 3 goals, may resemble what the problem is there. He just didn't turn up. Where are Palace predicted to finish? Just out of... Okay, well, they're predicted to finish first, everyone. So there you go. Look at their team. They've got Curtis Jones on the left. Damari Gray. Curtis Jones on the left, as I already said. Jamie Shackleton. Oh my word, this team, Ronaldo Vieira. It doesn't feel fair looking at this. They've got Zagra, who I think is one of the key players in the league at left back. He looks insane. Ramsey at right. What is this team, and how did this team get relegated? They've got Lindelof at centre back. What's their wages? I now need to check. I mean, where is financial fair play for the little teams like ourselves? You can see they've now equalled our number of goals scored for the season. We were doing so well. If we just look at team detailed stats here, just because I think it is important to remember where we stand. In terms of transfer stuff, Leeds United spent £35 million this year. No one else has spent that much. Leeds, have you had a tycoon takeover, or did you just feel like splurging a load of cash? Okay, well, they just felt like splurging a load of cash, I suppose. But if we just look at our spend, obviously, we made £2.5 million in profit. Compared to some of the teams who went down and have been in this division, to be fair, not really made that much money. But if we just look at the wages for the year, Crystal Palace spend £55.6 million a year on wages. We spend 7.37. So our budget is... I'm now doing quick math. It's about 7 times less than theirs. A little bit less, but we'll say 7 times less than theirs. It sounds more dramatic that way. The fact we're as high as we are is a little bit of a miracle when you look at it. Although, I say that now, we came into this episode in 4th. After one game, we've now dropped down to 10th. I will say, though, we've played Brentford, we've played Derby, we've played Charlton, we've played Palace. We've played a lot of the teams around us. The not so great news for us is we've got some tricky games coming up. Forest are in 4th, Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield not necessarily easy games. Middlesbrough a very, very good side as well. In terms of when we might be back next time, I think we'll come back for the Swansea City game. It's at the end of October. It's of course against the team that we were almost the manager of way back when. It'll be interesting to see where we lie and where they lie come that fixture, and maybe see what could have been had we made the move. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. That is a really disappointing result, but not entirely surprising. Let's hope we can bounce back, get some good results. I want to continue to go for the playoffs. I feel like that is actually semi-realistic, given the goals that we're scoring. We just need to start grinding out a few more results and, well, where we can, avoid conceding 3. But no, that's everything from me today, guys. Hopefully you've got over the whole Oxford situation. I am sorry about that. It's not ideal. It was just a complete brain fart, not paying attention. I'm sure we've all done it where you close Football Manager, forgetting to save, or the game crashes after you've played a game and you're there desperately trying to get the same result to happen. It just doesn't really work. You have to just deal with it. We've tried to deal with it as best we can. I know it's not ideal. I can only apologise. Hopefully your life will continue and you can forgive me with due time. Anyway, I'll see you next episode. We're going for a trip to Wales and, well, I hope to see you there. It's me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.